successor, Kamala Harris, speaking in Congress, visiting the troops, protecting Washington, all things which you might expect a president to do, which he didn't do. And Mike Pence has taken the decision that he, unlike the Trumps, will attend the inauguration 4 years of his presidency here in Washington, D.C. A couple of students never really talked to him, frankly. He never
and on what point he's in. But, at the moment, it's just a solitary helicopter flying over a city, as you say, that never took to Donald Trump, a city that is now a fortress.
It's happening.
Now, I just want to point out the Marine Band here is playing John Philip Sousa March, which is called Bo Ideal.
He has time for people, doesn't he?
He stops and shakes hands.
It's called being the vice president. You don't have anything to do. Unless the Senate is tied, the vice president just kind of sits on his ass and doesn't do shit. Now, this is really interesting because Kamala Harris will be the most important vice president probably in United States history, going back to when actually Dick Cheney, he was also a tie-breaking vote. I think Dick Cheney currently holds the record for most tie-breaking votes. Pence was actually very important as well because there was a number of votes for which they lost Republican senators. So Pence was actually very important a number of times as well. So it's probably Pence, Cheney, Pence, and now Kamala Harris will be one of the most important vice presidents. All right, chat. So inaugurations, if you've ever been to them, are extremely long. Smallest crowd ever. Sad. God, it is so creepy, isn't it?
It's an incredible thing to think about uniform design having to conform to what musicians need.
God, it's so creepy.
That's Praxis.
Yep.
The fucking disease, man. Hello. Why is the Police Academy theme song playing in the background? Who knows, man? Oh my god, it's so fucking weird, man. No, yesterday we talked about how I expected absolutely nothing to happen as far as right-wingers. Now that there's actual, like, any kind of resistance to the right-wingers, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. We could have had him. Could have had him, man. Can we get some feels burn, man, in the chats?
Yay.
Yeah, get the feels burn, man. They would have let him get shot, though? Oh, Jesus Christ. They did my man dirty.
What a day. What a lovely day.
It really is a lovely day, isn't it? It is a lovely day. It's a lovely day to watch Donald Trump leave forever and ever. It's 6C. Why are they bundled so much? It's not that cold. I mean, listen, it's Bernie Sanders, okay? Bundle him up. Bundle him up. Okay? Bundle him up. I don't want him catching a sniffle, okay? I do not want him catching a sniffle. Baron walking downstairs for breakfast. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, one stat that I wanted to draw your attention to while we're waiting. Trump leaves office with enormous support among Republican voters. 86% favorable rating. 78% think the election was stolen. 73% say GOP objection to electoral vote was protecting democracy. 91% disapprove of Twitter suspension. So what's really funny about the Twitter thing is when I talk to Republicans who were, you know, kind of those upper middle class Republicans, and they would be like, you know, I like what Trump's doing, but I wish he wouldn't tweet. I wish he wouldn't tweet. Now Trump's can't tweet, and suddenly they're all mad. It's almost like they were lying about the Twitter thing. It's almost like they loved the Twitter thing. Oh, they loved the Twitter thing. Oh, they agreed with everything he tweeted. Huh. It's almost like they were just racist and they were embarrassed they were getting caught.
Biden's approaching their seats on the platform here.
Bump elbows, not hands, idiot. Oh my God. He's gonna get COVID.
Please welcome the Honorable Amy Klobuchar.
Of all the people to speak, really? She's so bad at speaking!
Vice President Pence, Mr. President-elect, Madam Vice President-elect, members of Congress and the judicial branch.
Stop trying to
former
make her
presidents and
happen.
first
She's not gonna
ladies,
happen.
Vice presidents, leaders from abroad, and a whole bunch of Bidens. It is the moment.
Hey, where's
when
Elizabeth
leaders
Warren?
brought
she
to
was
the
more
stage
important for
by
your
the
election
will
than
of
this,
the people
than
promised
her.
to be
Where's Elizabeth
faithful
Warren at?
to our Constitution, to cherish
What did Elizabeth
it and
Warren
defend
get?
It is the moment when they become, as we all should be, and desecrated this temple of our
Nobody's
democracy.
ever gonna remember this speech.
It awakened us
ever again.
to our responsibilities as Americans. Goes forward as a nation.
Guys, she
under
finished
God,
third in New
indivisible,
Hampshire,
with
okay? That was
liberty and
impressive,
justice
okay?
for all.
Third in New Hampshire. Where's
This
Bernie
conveyance of a
Sanders?
sacred trust between our leaders and our people takes
Where is
place in
anybody
front of
who
the
like
shining
did
Capitol
anything?
Dome
Why is she
for a
speaking? I'm
reason.
legitimately
When
confused.
Abraham Lincoln gave his first inaugural address in front of this Capitol, was debated and
No
crafted
large
under
protests
this
in D.C. on the
dome.
morning of Biden's
Now it falls on
inauguration.
all of
What
us,
did I say?
Not just the two leaders we are inaugurating today, to
What did I
take up
say?
the torch of our democracy.
Dreams, on the other hand, are built together. Be with
Oh,
us,
the mouth
holy
sounds.
mystery of love, as we
The mouth
dream
sounds.
together. Help us under our new president to reconcile the people of our land, restore our dream, and invest it with peace and justice.
Is there now a Space Force flag? They have a Space Force flag! I'll show it to you if it ever gets... It literally looks like the Federation logo from Star Trek. It's right here, right here. There it is. Oh my God, it literally looks like a comm badge from the Next Generation. Oh my...
Ladies and gentlemen, here for the singing of our national anthem, accompanied by the President's own United States Marine Band, please welcome Lady Gaga.
By the way, they're called Guardians. And now we have... Late stage capitalism is amazing. It's amazing. Lady Gaga, Lady Gaga. Here's your Captain Guard. Here's your escort. A lieutenant from the Marines, I guess. That is the best pin I've ever seen. I'm already having fun. I'm already, okay. Lady Gaga is saving it. Lady Gaga is saving the inauguration for me right now. Let the Hunger Games begin. It's a dove, chat. It's a golden dove, okay? Oh, she's doing great. Welcome to the Empire. That was a great performance. That's a tough song to sing. She killed it. All right, the libs are in charge. The libs are in charge. Better than the fascists, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, chat. This ceremony is going on. Raphael Warnock, John Ossoff will be sworn in this afternoon, which will transfer control of the Senate to the Democrats. They haven't been sworn in yet, so Senate will be transferred to Democrats this afternoon.
Please welcome Jennifer Lopez to perform "This Land Is Your Land" and
They
"America
haven't been
the
sworn in
Beautiful,"
yet.
accompanied by
Yeah,
members
true.
of the President's own United States Marine Band.
They always have this many celebs in inauguration. The libs do. The libs do. Republicans no. Republicans have cringe people. It's pretty funny.
As I went walking,
This is a socialist song, by the way.
way.
Socialist song.
Above me, that endless skyway. Oh, this land, oh, this land was made for you and me.
Ilhan Omar with her husband.
The sun is shining, and Mr. President-elect, this is the first inauguration in the history of America where J-Lo was the warm-up act for Chief Justice Roberts. With that, it is now my
I gotta say, I don't like humor
to introduce
in the inauguration.
the Chief Justice
I don't
of the
think there should be-
Supreme
I don't
Court
think there
of
should
the
be humor
United
right now.
States,
That's
John
just me.
Roberts, to administer the
I wouldn't have
presidential
any humor.
oath to the next President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden.
Okay, go right on the mark, honey. That's where the tape is.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
We got a
I,
Catholic
Joseph
Bible here.
Robinette Biden Jr. do solemnly swear
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute.
That's why we got the keys.
That
You
I will
can't read that
faithfully
unless you got church
the
permission.
office
That's why
of
it's got those,
President of the United
those
States.
clips on it.
Office of President of the United States.
We don't let you
and
read
will,
that
to
unless
the
you're
best of my
loud.
ability.
All right, it's over. It's over. Donald Trump is out. They're a little early, by the way. Are you seeing the wind? It's because her hair would be better in a storm. Oh. Okay. They needed someone to make Biden look good. True. Good point.
My fellow Americans, a moment we have all been waiting for. It is now my great privilege and high honor to be the first person to officially introduce the 46th President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden Jr.
I can't believe it. I can't believe we elected Biden. Jesus Christ.
Few people in our nation's history have been more challenged or found a time more challenging or difficult than the time we're in now. Once in a century virus that silently stalks the country. It's taken as many lives in 1 year as America lost in all of World War II. Millions of jobs have been lost. Hundreds of thousands of businesses closed. A cry for racial justice, some 400 years in the making, moves us. The dream of justice for all will be deferred no longer. A cry for survival comes from the planet itself. A cry that can't be any more desperate or any more clear. And now, a rise of political extremism, white supremacy, domestic terrorism, that we must confront and we will defeat. Let's begin to listen to one another again. Hear one another. See one another. Show respect to one another. Politics doesn't have to be a raging fire, destroying everything in its path. Every disagreement doesn't have to be a cause for total war.
Liberalism.
And we must reject the culture in which facts themselves are manipulated and even manufactured.
So the entire media we have? What does that mean, by the way?
we have to be different than this.
I'm sorry for interrupting,
America
but
has
what
to
the
be better
fuck
than
is he
this.
talking about?
I will be a president for all Americans. All Americans. And I promise you, I will fight as hard for those who did not support me as for those who did. Many centuries ago,
I believe that.
St. Augustine, a saint of my church, wrote that a people was a multitude defined by the common objects of their love. Defined by the common objects of their love. What are the common objects we as Americans love?
Nothing.
That define us as Americans? I think we know. Opportunity, security, liberty, dignity, respect, honor, and yes, the truth.
That's the problem, Joe. They
Recent
aren't.
weeks and months.
I love how they filled them all with flags and shit. He went to side. Oh, wow. I'm exhausted already. How about you, chat? I'm mentally exhausted already. What the fuck? Oh my god! Get him out of here! Well, hopefully, never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was thinking. I'm not gonna say what I was thinking. Never mind.
Singing that same song at the Mother Emanuel Church.
Mr. President, Dr. Biden, Madam Vice President,
Dr. Biden, you hear that, Hassan?
Emhoff, Americans and the world. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace, and the norms and notions of what just is isn't always just is. And yet the dawn is ours.
For our benediction, I'm pleased to introduce Reverend Dr. Sylvester Beeman, the pastor of the Bethel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Wilmington, Delaware, a friend of President Biden for 30 years.
Just kind of a culture shock to see just how Christian and conservative Biden's inauguration is. Just so.
As a nation and people of faith gathered in this, we will make friends of our enemies. We will make friends of our enemies. People, your people. In our humanity, we discover our commonness beyond the difference of color, creed, origin, political party, ideology, geography, and personal preferences. We'll become greater stewards of your environment.
Gosh, damn, this liberal ideology is
reaping
just
from it
so
a sustainable
vile.
harvest and securing its wonder.
Slaves, unite with your masters.
Power
Barf.
for generations to come. From the indigenous Native American to those who recently
Unite
received
with the
their
soldier giving you a
citizenship.
smallpox blanket.
From the African American to those whose foreparents came from Europe.
The stupid Space Force. They're not gonna get rid of Space Force. That thing is. They're gonna be spending $100 billion on that within the next 4 years. Why I found this whole production incredibly offensive and gross is slaves don't hate your masters. Black people unify with cops. Like, do you think that poor people and oppressed people don't want to have unity? They're just not considered human. Their pain is ignored. If you want unity, create justice. If you want people to lay down their arms, stop killing them. I mean, I don't know what to say. And I'm just, you know, Republicans are not laying down their arms, Joe. Donald Trump didn't even go to your inauguration, man. Wake up. If the libs don't come out now, like, listen, maybe this is just platitudes and I should ignore it. But I frankly think that you should look at inauguration speeches as a statement of intent. Because when Abraham Lincoln came out there and said, oh, I want unity, he was a dumbass for 3 fucking years, or 2 years, trying to get the Union back together by promising, oh, we won't end slavery. It wasn't until Lincoln actually said, okay, we have to make this war about abolishing slavery, that they actually turned it around. When they started bringing black people into the U.S. Army to have a stake in their own liberation, that they actually turned the war around. You want unity? Fight for justice. Unity will take care of itself. You want disunity? Ignore justice. That will cause it to fester. And he gave the Republicans a pass. He gave Trump a pass. And Trump is never going to go, wow, Biden didn't call me out. You know? His inauguration speech was entitled American Carnage. I mean, the Capitol was attacked a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Physically, how do you unify with that? And quite frankly, I gotta tell you, I'm tired of the religious babble, because this is the only world we have, and we have to fix it. All right, there is no reward in the afterlife, and every time I hear people talking about it, it feels like a charge to accept the way the world is for some future promised benefit. There's not enough atheism in our civic life. Too much church talk. I'm not saying there shouldn't be any. If people want to have prayers or whatever, fine. I'm not against it. There's way too much. I don't feel unified. I feel excluded by that crap. And I don't know. Disappointing. Complete for me. Maybe 1 or 2 highlights. You know what it feels like? It feels like boomers refusing to deal with reality and being nostalgic. This is liberal nostalgia. I legitimately don't know the difference between this and Donald Trump. Donald Trump is Republican nostalgia. Joe Biden is liberal nostalgia. It's the same shit, just a different flavor. We're not gonna unify, man. And it's not because I don't want to unify. It's not because I don't want to come together and build a better world. That's actually my dream of my politics. The reason why that's not possible is because there are organized forces who won't do it and are fighting their ass off to block it. All right, well, I hope that those speeches have nothing to do with how the Democrats are going to run the government, because that was bad. That was real bad. Holy crap, I hated it. And honestly, I was willing to come in here and be as lived up as possible. Like, legitimately, I was prepared to be as lib as I possibly get. And it was a total disappointment. Just be somewhat relieved that Trump is gone. That's all we're getting. Yes. Trump is gone. QAnon supporters react? Okay. Please, Lord. Fuck this sham. I'm good. I want to puke. Fuck. Praying. Welcome to the final season of America. He sold us out. It's revolution time. Trump lied and failed is. Simple as that. When it's darkest. Ha ha ha. Operation Trust. Bolshevik Revolution. We are lied to by Q. And now we have to figure out how to move on. I am sick to my stomach. Ha ha. Sigh up. We have been played. So what now? Sad and confused. Sick to my stomach. Okay. Where's the damn storm? Okay, now I'm feeling better. Thank you, chatter. Thank you, chatter. You're bringing us back. I feel stupid. Trump fooled us. It's always darkest before the dawn. Worst day in American history. I'm sick to my stomach. I can't believe what is happening. Nothing to let out but disappointment. Randy Raybo and Sarah Cooper should get some sort of medal for getting us through the last 4 years. Thank you both. My happiest realization is that Sarah Cooper is finished. Sarah Cooper is gone. Sarah Cooper is gone! Don't forget Alec Baldwin, too! Mr. Biden, sir, congratulations on becoming the guy who owes me $2,000. Pompeo, Bolton, Bannon, and other 25 other Americans are now banned from entering or doing business with China. China sanctioned former U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, John Bolton, Steve Bannon, Chairman Xi. Chairman Xi. But Mike, let's unite. Okay, hold on. Marjorie Taylor Greene, hashtag impeach Biden. Man, Bernie's a sweetheart.
Consider all possibilities. I'm not against sending these people to Gitmo, and that may sound extreme. These are domestic terrorists who attacked our own republic. They should be treated the same way we treat Al-Qaeda.
It's her father that famously funded Al-Qaeda, was photographed with the heads of them in Al-Nusra in Syria just 5 years ago. Her father is now in hell.
We need to consider.
You know, Alex Jones, this is the unity that maybe.
Just 5 years ago.
This is the unity that maybe we could do.
Al-Qaeda was photographed with the heads of them in Al-Nusra in Syria just 5 years ago. Her father is now in hell.